the other screen. My music there is really, really quiet. But aye, so we're no streaming on Instagram because it don't want to work.
Stream is starting on YouTube.
Yes, it should load up in a second. And I need to get my Facebook pop out chat majigger. Why won't it let me go live on Facebook?
Oh, this started well.
Well, to be fair, it should have. Yes, public save, pin, go. Now post on timeline, go live. Test the stream. I don't care. The fucking stupid. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Stream. It's probably because I didn't put a description in. Fucking is as well. Well, it will be a minute, guys. Once I hit the button for Facebook, we'll be good. Right, it's good. We're live on Facebook now. And then I need to move this over here because I don't care about that. Right, we're good. 3, 2, 1. Right. There we go. So we are live. Yes, so it's a bit of a different show today from myself. I invited Steam Pugs over to the Vaping 101 channel to help me with the giveaway that we were doing through the Origin. Help. He's just here to chat, and so you guys can see him, and he'll introduce himself to everybody at Vaping 101. Just if you guys don't know him, he does have an Instagram, which, well, you'll be able to tell him your Instagram tag and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for getting me prepared on that one.
Oh, I forgot to say, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's Steam Pugs. You'll find it. I'll put the link in chat for anyone. No, because it's all my guys in chat, so they know it anyway.
Yeah. It's fine. But you're on the Facebook as well, so.
Yeah, I'm on many things.
Yes, we're on many things apart from Instagram because it doesn't want to work. But oh well, it's fine. I can read the other stuff.
Good.
If you're not in the giveaway yet, just pop over to the Instagram and like the post and then comment. Just read it real quick. We're not going to do the giveaway straight away. Don't worry. And let me know if the audio is all good because a billion setups here with cameras and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, yes, introducing Steam Pugs is this way because my camera is the other way. Tell people a bit about yourself.
Wow. I haven't done this for ages. That's been up. I was a writer reviewer for about 4 or 5 years. Give up about 2 years ago. That's where I got most of my notoriety from. I also own the Vaping Community Forum and e-liquid mixing calculator along with 2 of my good mates. And I'm also a panel member on the Saturday night show live with Savage Simon, Nevans, Paul Inchcliffe, Mike from Whitlicker and Serendipity, Scott Wood, and Brent from Birdie Viking. And, you know, that's pretty much me up to now.
Cool. So
in a very, very small nutshell.
Good. So let's to give a rundown of for everybody who doesn't know who Steam Pugs is, because some of the viewers off of the Facebook side might not know about you. But the YouTube guys, they'll know who you are.
For all the wrong reasons, probably.
Yeah. But it's all good. So I was making sure that Facebook was up there before I close it down.
Did I say Nevans? He's going to kill me if I didn't say Nevans. I just feel like I missed somebody out. I feel like, was that 6 names? I don't think I said Nevans.
I'm just reading the Twitch chat there. It's on our Facebook, as in Vaping 101. But yes, speaking of the Whitlicker e-liquid, have you tried it yourself, Pugs?
Yes, I have. It's nice. It's good. It's all right.
I've tried a bit of myself. I prefer my favorite out of the 3 of them was the Hustle better.
The Hustle's my favorite. They are what they say. At the end of the day, they are. Two of them are fruity colds. One of them is fruit with no cold. I think if you are a fan of things like Zeus Juice and Fruity Cold, that kind of profile, you'll love them. I think. Very nice
Yes.
liquid, well put together. Because I mean, Whitlicker know what they're doing, so they can put together a good liquid.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I now and again will vape a fair bit of the Wicklicker brand, so I'm quite familiar with the brand and I quite like it. But for me, I am a big fan of the original line. So the original
For me,
line.
it's serendipity. For me, the serendipity line was just it knocked it out of the park for me. It showed me exactly why they are where they are, Whitlicker, which is that was the serendipity line is the entire reason why me and Nevins are bringing a line out with Whitlicker.
Yes. Any date on that? Because our
No,
guys.
that's all I'm willing to say at this point.
So is this your first time going into your own
Commercial.
juice?
Commercial, yeah. Been in the DIY world for years.
Yes.
That's where I come from, the DIY world. So does Nevins. I mean, Nevins is a much better mixer than I am. He's been around within bigger mixing circles than me. I got the forum and the calculator kind of thing. When it comes to actually mixing, his skill far surpasses mine. So the pair of us together. The thing is, when you do something like we're doing at the minute, which is bringing out a commercial line of liquids, it's not us that's mixing them. So it's not the mixing skill that matters. It's the fact that we're both passionate about it and we've both got different skills in different areas, and it comes together really well. It's going to be a banging fucking line. That's all I can tell you.
That's good, and well, most people will hear about it when you can speak about it, and then I'll be speaking about it.
Mike's already said, clause 23, steam pugs, can't say a word.
Yeah, but we'll you'll hear about everyone will hear about it. We'll promote it on our end as well. That sort of stuff. You know us, we're Big Liquor. We get everything on the day that it gets launched, so we're quite quick on getting it. So as is per usual, we'll take this from your show on the Saturday. What are you using today?
Oh, right, buffet wise.
Yes.
I lipos tonight because obviously when we do my show, I'm quite known for doing a very long buffet. It kind of started off as a joke and it carried on. But tonight I'm just lipos. I've got the Steam Pug lipo with the Asgard. In that I've got Serendipity's Golden Sunset. I've got Stabwood lipo with the Armageddon. In that I've got Nevins' Trifle, which you can't get anymore, which is a shame because it's lovely. Unless he's still got some, he might have, I don't know. Got another Steam Pugs lipo with an Asgard with a glass cap. In that I've got Amatorium's Glamour, Raspberry Ripple. And I've got my Last Dance lipo with the Voltrove RTA, and in that I've got my my White Rabbit, which is a white chocolate custard. And that's it.
Not much for you today, then. You're quite quick today.
Just all lipos tonight. Well, Johnny's just fixed them for me.
Ah,
so
yeah.
I'm in a good place again because lipos has been that's my ultimate vape. Nothing hits like a lipo. So when they all kind of broke one by one, and they just sat on the shelf because I've got so much other stuff. It's like, you know what? I need to get them fixed. Sam and Johnny has fixed them for me. I'm back. I'm good again.
Good stuff. That's good. It's good to hear. I'll go over mine. I use different stuff all the time, so I've changed and chopped. But I'm going to use my wee handy dandy hand cam for this.
Oh, there you go. Showing off.
So I'm using Overkill's new mod, which is the world's first dual battery burrow mod.
I love those tubes.
Yeah,
those tubes are awesome.
Tubes are really, really nice. And if you're wondering, it is a dual 21700 DNA 60 mod. It's a fair bit of weight to it, but it's really, really nice. You'll see a review later on this week for that specific device. And I am vaping Wicklicker, which is the clean. And I've got the Stubby 21, which I've got the Dr. Cherry. That is a Vape Dispergo e-liquid, but we've got it as well. Pretty, really, really decent juice. Quite like that one. And I've got my other Stubby, which I'm using MTL, which I've got Wicklicker's Boulevard but I have the bottle because obviously these tanks eat. You know, the whole bottle is the tank, which is running in MTL mode, and I've got an Empire as well, which I'm running on the side with. Where the hell's my juice? Which is my Iron True. That's my favorite flavor out of all of them, which is
Shocker.
Iron Brew. For anybody who's wondering, that is the go-to Iron Brew flavor.
Of course it is.
No, it is. I've tried all of them. I have legit tried them all.
Of course you have. You're Scottish. You're bound to.
I tried them all. I actually wasn't a fan of Vampire Vapes one, Highland Brew.
I've never, in my 11 or 12 years of vaping, tried an Iron Brew vape.
So that one's the best one, which is by Doozy. That one's the best one.
I try it. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it. I would definitely try it. I've just never had them.
Yeah.
Never been offered to me, or I've never thought to mix it or anything.
But really, really good. Good bit of kits that I'm running. But the guys who are interested in seeing the Overkill mod, you guys will see that later on in the week. It's quite a beefy boy. It's quite heavy.
It's a beast.
And just as a heads up, it's not coming in cheap. These are custom made. They're not made on. They're made on order. So you get to pick colors and all that stuff as you would.
What I haven't asked Johnny actually, those anodized tubes that he's doing, do they come in any color or
any color?
Wow.
Everything is custom made, so you can do anything you want on it. It takes a long time. You're talking. I think that one was a 37-hour print.
Wow.
And then probably another 4 or 5 hours to wire it up and build it together and all the other stuff in between. But it's standard burrow. It's got a little screw in it. It is a high-end mod. So just thought I'd point that out for people. Keep asking, because I've already had people asking me about it. It is a good mod. It's on the heavier side if you're into your burrow mods. And expect something later on from Johnny, because I think he's got other stuff planned for this line of, that style of mod. The fuck normal mods is essentially his new branding. So expect other stuff from him, because it looks quite cool. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm switching between all the sort of all the new stuff, all the cool kids, what all the cool kids are using.
What, disposables?
No, I do not touch them.
That's what all the kids are doing these days.
That's true, but I mean, we're not kids, are we?
No, we're couldn't be far from it.
So, I sort of came up with a bunch of questions here, just so we're not sitting about
all right.
speaking
Interesting.
nothing. So, the first question would be, when and why did you quit smoking and start vaping?
Oh, okay. Right. Well, I was a massive stoner, really bad. When it gets to the point where you can't function without it, kind of stoner. And me and Joe had got together, and we had our first kid, and I was still a stoner, and you can't be if you want to be a decent dad. So you can't be sat out in the back garden in the shed smoking weed all day while somebody's looking after a baby. So something happened with one of the kids. Basically, long story short, she banged her head at nursery. Joe phones me, all panicky. She's gone all limp. I've got to take her to the hospital. I answered the phone, said, right, no worries, I'll be there in a minute. Put the phone down and had something which the doctor later called global amnesia. And I lost 3 hours. What I did was I just went back and sat in my tent and just skinned up a joint. I knew nothing about anything at the phone call or anything until someone said, why are you not at the hospital? Shit, no way. And it went out of my head completely. I was a different person. That was the turning point for me. I was like, that's it. I'm done. So I started vaping the usual CR4s things with a little tiny battery, and I took to it quite well. I was dual for a bit, and then just made the switch, and I've never looked back. I've fallen off the bandwagon a couple of times. Went on holiday in Turkey a couple of years after that, and I don't know if you've been to Turkey, but everything smokes in Turkey, and I mean everything.
Yes.
Everybody, every animal, every fucking houseplant smokes in Turkey. So I'm sat on the balcony. It's like, you know what I could just do with now? Just a little cigarette. That's it. I was smoking for 6 months, and that happened twice. But then the last time was like, that's it, I'm done. Your health is shit. So that's it. I switched, and I never looked back. First thing that did it for me was the Kangatech sub-ohm tank with the RBA and a bottle of mother's milk, the original mother's milk.
So I've have heard about mother's. Well, we've got mother's milk, and people are saying it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same as it used to be.
No.
No. The first time I vaped that, I was like, that's it. I am done. And I was. And that's it. That was probably the last time I smoked was probably about 9 years ago. I've been vaping for about 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm. So a long time. I was going to ask you about your first mod, but you already said that.
I think well, back then, that's all there was. You know, for most people, it was that small little battery. The only thing with them was you put it in your pocket, you sit down, you snap it in two.
Yeah.
The CR4 is just snapping off. And I went through so many of them until I got the my first big one, which was the Vamo V8, which it did. I think it did 15 watts or 12 watts. And I remember at the time thinking, what am I going to do with all them watts? That's loads. It's like, what?
You'd think it's different nowadays. It's more like 400 watts. That's
and
not enough.
It was like a lightsaber. It was a big fucking mod. So yeah, that was my first proper one.
Okay, that's good to know. So I already asked you about yourself. What about your brand? As you as Steam Pugs, what are you right now? What's your brand? What do you do within the vaping community? You used to do reviews, that sort of stuff.
The reviews is where I made most of my name, I think. I was doing something that nobody else was doing. I mean, there were written reviews, there weren't video. I always said I'd never do video. But my written reviews were different than everybody else's, and that's an easy thing to say, but I was being a dick with my reviews. They're kind of funny, they're full of gifs, and you can't... I shut my site down, so what I didn't realise when I shut my site down was that when I posted all my reviews and all the forums like I used to do, all the gifs were linked back to my site.
Yeah.
So when I shut the site down, all the reviews that you see out there now are shit because none of the gifs are on there because they've all disappeared. So there's a few out there still. If you like a load of bullshit reading, you can probably find them if you know where to look. But people really liked it, and I won a few ESIG Click Awards for it. But then it just, same as a lot of reviewers, that it dried up. I wasn't getting the kind of thing that I liked. It was all going pod systems, and I didn't like pod systems. I didn't like reviewing pod systems, so I just stopped. I just thought, you know what? I'm not even asked. Do you know what the weird thing is, though? I was probably doing it for, I think I had about 15 companies I was doing it for. I didn't tell one of them that I'd stopped. And I've still not had anything.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, all right. At least one of them could have asked me, you're not doing this anymore.
Yeah. Would it be something that you would ever consider going back to reviews, even in a video form?
I don't think I'd ever do video reviews because I don't know what I'm doing with video reviews. I'm not bothered about being on video now. I was petrified of it until I started doing panel shows. I'm more comfortable doing written reviews because I know that format. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it again if, say, one of my friends had a thing coming out, wanted it reviewing. I'd probably do it for them. But I haven't got as many places to post it now as I used to have. I used to have loads of places to post my reviews every week. I used to do 2 or 3 a week at some point.
2 or 3 a week?
Yeah, I did that for like 4 or 5 years. So I haven't got that pull anymore.
Mm-hmm. So
I do it for the fun of it. I do it to put it on my forum.
Yes, which is vapecommunity.com.
Vaping community.
Yeah, vapingcommunity.com. If anybody's wanting to know, that is the go-to forum at the moment for vaping. It's probably I just started going on there now as of recently just to check it out and see what people are posting. I'll ghost it. I won't actually post. That's my thing.
It's like they're the good bunch. There's no knobheads on there. Honestly, like that. The good thing about it is it's still in terms of, the thing is with vape forums died. Vape forums 8 or 9 years ago were the place to be when it came to vaping. That's where you went.
Yeah.
ELR was my forum where that was my second home. I was on it for so many hours a day. And that's where I met practically most of the people that I'm still friends with now.
Mm-hmm.
Wafdam and Grubby that I do our forum with, I met them there. the people I do the same people I do the calculator with. That's where I met Neil. Loads of people I met there. That's where it all was, but nowadays it's just not the same. There's not the same traffic on forums now. But it wasn't as prolific on Facebook and places like that back then as it is now. So,
yeah, there's so many Facebook groups and so many the communities.
Thousands.
To me, being new to the community side of it, rather than like the side that I'm normally behind, which is Vaping 101. The community side of it, there's a billion forums and a billion groups and all sorts of places to go. And I get overwhelmed.
It's very true. There's a lot. There's so many. It's hard to know which ones are good. So everyone just, it's all pockets now. It's pockets of people. It's little communities. I mean, that's what we're trying to do with the show at the minute, is build a bit of a community going, and it's kind of working. We are doing. We're gathering people all the time, which is nice, and they all know each other, and they're meeting people, and then we go to places like the expo, and we all get together, and there's a big gang of us, and we all go out for meals. It's awesome. It's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely am more mindful of like the community side of things. With trying to like grow like our community side of things rather than us just coming across as Vaping 101. You buy stuff from us. It's cheap and we do a good price and that sort of stuff. We're kind of more trying to start with the community. I do regular posts and keep speaking with people, and obviously sort of started speaking with you because obviously the talk show was invited on through, I would assume through Mike was the original where it came from.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not sure. I just got a call from my boss and Tony, and he was like, "Do you want to go on a talk show?" I was like, "Ah, sure, why not?"
It was Mike. It was Mike. I remember. It was Mike that got you on.
Yeah. So I do want to thank Mike for coming out and letting me come on and sort of introduce myself to like your side of the community. Because some of the guys on your side might not know who I was at the time.
Yeah.
And obviously this is why I'm letting you come on here, and then some guys will see who you are, and obviously with the Facebook and everything else. It's a shame I couldn't get Instagram working, but there's always something, and I don't know why. I think because I've got too much stuff open up on my computer. But yes, so about the Saturday show, I did have a question about it. How did it start? Like, how did it come to be? Because I know it's Savage Simon.
Savage Simon had his show going for, I think it's a couple of years now, I think. I was doing the Homegrown Alchemy show, which was a mixing show, which turned a spin-off of that was the VC show, which was a show for our forum. Same people on the same channel. Things happened within that show that stopped it from being. That's all I'm willing to say about that. A little bit of falling out, we're all friends now. It's all good. At the time, Simon was trying to get me on his show, and I come and guest on it every now and then. But I said my loyalty is with the VC show. That stopped being, so I said to Simon, "I'll come and do yours if you want." So I did. So we did the Savage Simon Saturday show for a while. Then it started to grow. Then the panel that we'd gathered together, we knew at some point it probably needs to be on its own channel because it's hidden on Savage Simon's channel. It was in a subcategory. You couldn't see it. The homepage, he's a reviewer. Savage Simon's a reviewer, essentially. Yeah. And the live show was hidden in the background. So we started getting some really good sponsors, and the show started doing really well. So we all got together and said, let's just. We got Simon to 1,000 subs on his channel, which is what he wanted on that. So well, now's a good time to do it, because if it gets any bigger, we're never going to be able to do it. So let's do it now.
Yeah.
The idea is that we can spam the channel now, and we're not spamming Savage Simon's review channel. We're spamming the actual show. Mm-hmm. That's the idea. So and it's working. It's actually working. People are starting to push it in places now because the show is the same channel name, and it's the same people, there's people out there that think they're just taking it over. They're going to get rid of Simon. That's absolutely
not at all.
Never going to happen in a million years. So the chemistry between the panel that we've got on there now is really good. It's a really good team, and it's a good show. It's just a laugh, It's 2 hours on a Saturday night of having a few drinks, talking a load of crap, and roasting some vape-related people like yourself.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely was a good laugh, and now there's a meme out of it now, and that won't die. Yeah, the Doctor Strange meme won't die now.
You are Doctor Strange now. That's it.
Yeah, I've accepted that. um, obviously I'm going through my list here of all this stuff now. You obviously know about like us as a brand, Vaping 101, that sort of thing. Is there anything that we don't sell at this moment that you would think we should consider getting? Not your juice. We're gonna get that. That's a no-brainer.
Do you know what? It's a small thing that you don't do that I would buy from you if you did. Sliver cotton.
Sliver cotton.
I swear by it. I've been a cotton bacon prime snob for years. That's the only cotton that I use now that can beat it, and I adore it. But it's hard to get it. There's not many places that sell it.
Okay.
It's SLVER. I think it's not SLIVER. I think it's SLVER. It's amazing cotton.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else because you do everything else that I know of.
Yeah, we already we do cover quite a bit, to be fair. And
Overkill. There you go. Overkill mods. Probably, yeah.
Overkill, we're still
Working on that.
Working on that at the moment. There's a couple of brands that we're working on at the moment to see about getting a deal on it, so that we can start distributing and selling. But yeah, it's kind of down to just it's you know the market for vaping. We're cutthroat. Everybody's cutthroat. That's just how it is.
I understand it. I get it. You've got to be, if you're going to compete, you've got to compete.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's that type of market, unfortunately. But we're getting in yours.
Yes. Or the Sean
Voltrove. I did hear about this brand.
How do you not do Voltrove?
Where's it from though?
Mark, you need to speak to Mark.
Okay, because
difficult over a barrel, difficult situation here. I've got a very good relationship with Steam Crave, and everyone brings up the same argument: Steam Crave versus Voltrove. I don't know why the two seem to be butting heads all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've had everything from Steam Crave. Voltrove are just better.
I did hear a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is like the go-to brand for the Steam Crave start." If you like Steam Crave,
for your big tanks.
Yeah, your problem with that though is TPD.
Yeah.
So TPD does.
Not a lot you can do about that.
No, and you've got to be. Hopefully, we'll see what happens with this whole thing that's going on.
That'd be a big bung. That'd be a big bung in a Voltrove.
Yeah. I mean, they would do it. I mean, if they want to, because
yeah, I mean, I don't know if Mark could be up for that,
but you've got to think, because, well, I mean, what do you think is going to happen with this current situation going on in the market right now with the whole trading standards and the disposables and all the news?
What would I like to happen?
Specifically,
is that disposable get banned?
Mm-hmm.
I would like that. There is no. I'm sick of it's an argument that we've talked about so many times on the show. There's no infrastructure to get rid of disposables. There never was. These are batteries. You know, kids. It's not just batteries. The batteries that are targeted towards young vapors. Young vapors have no idea how to get rid of them. They don't know about the WEEE getting rid of electronics. How you're supposed to do. They don't care. They just throw them on the ground. So, and the whole thing is just casting a shadow over the entire vaping industry, and that's why everything else has slipped by. The kids are buying more and more of these disposables because they're massive amounts of nicotine. They're getting massively addicted to them. They are catered towards kids. You can't tell me they're not, because a lot of them are. I wish they'd just fuck off. I think it's a fashion at the end of the day. I mean, kids will get bored of it. It's like, you know, we were kids one day. When we were kids, a cigarette was cool. The kid that smoked, he was kind of cool. Nowadays, the kid that has got an illegal disposable is kind of cool. That's the way it works. But it'll change. It always changes. It's an ever-evolving thing.
Yes. I mean, for me personally, I would love them to have a look at the capacity tank stuff properly.
Yeah.
because that is the biggest killer for just gear in general. Just like you have to pass on tanks that are, you know, they win an award. Oh, it doesn't come in a 2 mil version. Got to pass on it.
Yeah.
And people do, like, every time there's a new tank that comes out and it's one of these, like, either, you know, if it's a YouTuber or if it's backed by a big company, it's, well, we'll have to wait and see if they decide that they want to do a compliant version, because if they don't do a compliant version, we can't buy it.
It's absolute fucking nonsense. Yes, I can bring a bigger tank out. All I've got to do is put a rubber bung in it, and then it's legal. Everyone knows how to take a rubber bung out. What's the fucking point?
I think the biggest part of the problem is that, even though, from my experience, even though these companies are doing it, right? They do their compliant version. They don't, because our laws are so confusing for TPD, because you've got to register at TPD compliance and you've got to register it with MRH. Yes, and they get confused, and then by the time they've even registered it, the product's dead. Off to the next one.
It takes so long.
So I definitely, the 2 mil restriction is the thing that I would love for them to remove.
I agree. It's annoying, especially for the UK, who have been leading the point on vaping for years. You know, I mean, how many countries can you say you can sit in a doctor's waiting room and see posters advocating vaping?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, we have been leading the way. So it's a stupid fucking rule. But annoyingly, TPD2 is probably going to be worse.
So I've been told from Tony. He's like, I'm just fed up with him just constantly changing and chopping.
Bollocks and bullshit. Absolute nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely. I just, it drives me up the wall when I'm having a look at it all the time. Right. So for anybody who is wondering here, I do have a small clip. Hopefully Mike won't get too mad. I ripped it straight off at Instagram. So hopefully he won't get too mad. But it's just a quick promotional video for the Origin.
Oh, good. Piss break.
Yes, off you go. I'll play it now and let you guys watch that. It's done. But yes, I'll get to the picking for the winners. I'll wait for Pugs to come back. I'm gonna quickly check.
That was a really short video.
Yes, it was just the Instagram reel.
Huh.
So not too long. There is still the same amount of people in the giveaway. I've got the list of people here. Let me copy and paste it into the wheel. You know the wheel. Everybody knows the wheel now. The good old wheel. You can't see it on your side, Pugs, but
I've got it on the thing, eh?
yeah, fair enough. So
wheel of uncertainty.
So we've got 57 people in here. I did remove a couple of the obviously I've removed like Ben and Mike and that because I'll just be posting it back to them. But yes, what I'll do is I'll click the wheel. For anybody who wins, I'll fire you a message on Instagram and just get you to double check your postage and where you're from. Hopefully, if you're in the UK, because then I have to do a quick recording off stream. But yeah, I'll just click the wheel and we'll go.
You not got music?
No, I don't have music.
Just gonna dance.
I know you've got music. I'm gonna save that. That is Conan_Lucas.
Well done, Conan.
That is
Conan.
For the Wick Liquor. That's the Origin, the Explore pack. I think that was the name of it. Well done for that. Thanks again for everybody coming on and obviously doing the Instagram stuff and sharing it out. It's the first time I did an Instagram giveaway, and it went well. So I might do some more and get some other people on, preferably the other guys probably won't want to come on here and speak with me.
Of course they will. Craig in chat. No, Kenny didn't win, and I'm as confused as you are. Right. Kenny wins everything. He's got the weirdest look in the world. Even when he doesn't win, he's still. In fact, at weekend, he didn't win. I won through a joke, and I piffed it to Kenny, so he still technically won.
But as most people know, this we'll come back into streaming again. I will probably stream more during the week because I have no interest to stream on the Saturday because either to be fair, I'm watching the Saturday live show, so I can't be bothered. I'd rather watch it and then sort of do something else. So that's what I'd rather. I'd rather watch their stream and then go join the after show and then speak a whole bunch. So for anybody who's watching on Facebook and Twitch and stuff, every Saturday there's Saturday live show. It's YouTube at the Saturday live show. They start at about 8:30. Is it 8:30?
8:30 every Saturday.
Every Saturday, 8:30. Savage Simon, Steam Pugs. You've got Brent, Paul,
Nevins, for God's sake, don't forget
Nevins. And you've got guests today. Who have you got this? Have you got guests this week? Who have you got this week?
We have guests every week. This week it is Legion Vapes from Australia, as well as our good friend Waft down from Australia. So it's called I Come from the Gland Brown Thunder. Mike made up that one. Mike's really good at doing the names of the shows.
Oh, I forgot Mike.
It's an Australian show. Bless them though, when they come on our show, they're getting up at literally 7 o'clock in the morning to come and do a show.
Christ. That is fairly early.
It's good. No, it's people that want to come on the show.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It's a good sign. I think we're doing the right thing.
It's good to see
Legion, Steve, I think he's got. Do you know what? I'm going to have to check. But I think it's about. Is a lot bigger over there than he is over here. However, he is currently on 47,000 subs.
It's good.
That's not small.
No, it's not. That is not small. That's quite big. It is fairly big.
And he is a top lad. So yeah, come join us Saturday. We'll have a good
yes,
good show.
So I just read the comment.
Hinchcliffy.
That's a good one.
You never heard that before?
No, I've not heard that one. That one's good.
Well, that says he's very proud of it. He says it all the time. Not bad.
Is there anything you want to say at all to sort of...
I think I've said it all, really.
You all good?
I will say good luck to Manchester United tonight in 20 minutes playing Barcelona. Which I'm very much looking forward to. And thank you for having me on. It's been great.
Yeah, we're not dragged it out for too long. A nice quick 40-minute stream just to sort of show people you're on here. Might get you on another couple of times. So thanks for obviously taking the invitation to come on. Want to thank.
The pleasure was entirely yours.
Yes, as long as I know that you're sort of free during the weekdays, and I won't grab you because I know that there's shows on Friday and there's shows on Saturday, so I won't be streaming those 2 days because I tend to watch them.
Fair comment.
So it's completely out of respect for you guys' shows, and I'd rather watch them and not fight over viewership. To be fair,
okay.
I'm not that type of guy. I know a few people who are like that, but I won't say names or anything. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely not talking about that.
No, not at all. But yes, so for anybody who is wanting to know, there is a VOD up on the Saturday night show, the Saturday live show with Vic from last week. So if you guys didn't catch that, head over there and watch the VOD. It's a very good stream.
It was a good show Saturday.
Yes.
It was a good show.
But that's everything. For anybody who's wanting to see, I'll quickly show it again just in case, which was the mod. I need to pull up the other camera, which was the Overkill mod. That's the brand new one.
Those tubes, though. Those tubes. They look so good.
Yeah, they're super nice. And the review will be out later on this week for that. I kind of need to. It's for these types of mods. I need to take a bit more time to use it, test a whole bunch of stuff on it, and sort of try other burrows. Because I've tried the TMD, I've tried the Kylan mesh, the ether. I tried the Hazard RDTA, which was pretty good in there. So I would say if you're going to run this in mouth to lung, you're a good 4 days of battery life.
What I think about this particular mod is that as far as I'm aware, there's only one possible burrow tank at the minute that'll take dual coil, and that's the new Stingray one, which I'm not sure if you can buy it on its own. We need more dual coil burrow tanks to really take advantage of that, I think. As it is, you've got battery life for fucking days. I think there's a lot that can do that it can't do yet.
No, absolutely. It's fairly big, but it's not overwhelmingly heavy. It's about to be fair, it's the stubby is heavier, based on just sort of hand weight. The stubby 21 is heavier than this mod, so don't get put off by it being big. It's not as big as you'd think, because compared to the stubby, it's not that much bigger. It's a little bit bigger in the sense of thickness, but for the weight of the mod, it's pretty good. But yeah, folk can wait for the review on that. I'll have a review soon on it. And if there's anything else, give me a shout on the socials, and I will get you all there. But I will we'll shut the stream down now. But thanks everybody for coming on, and I will fire the guy who won a message on Instagram literally in about 5 minutes. And you enjoy your football, pugs.
Thank you very much. Well done. I hope I do. I hope I enjoy it.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone.